Killed in the line of duty. A local community mourns after the violent death of a police sergeant.
I mean, he was just a top-notch guy. Lit up our lives every day when he came in the office. And we're going to miss that.
We'll bring you details of the ongoing investigation and the show of support for the fallen officer. A Hutto police sergeant killed in the line of duty today while apprehending a felon.
Investigators say the sergeant was run over with a car. 37-year-old Sergeant Chris Kelly was killed. He'd served with the Hutto Police Department since 2008. Kelly leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. This incident happened around 10 o'clock this morning in a neighborhood just off of FM 1660 in Hutto, and our David Scott is live on the scene there with details. Dave?
Shannon, this is still a very active crime scene about a half block behind me, as close as we're allowed to get. That is the corner of Meadowlark and Decker Lanes, and it is blocked off 2 streets down from there as investigators work the scene of this morning's tragedy. Sergeant Kelly was a father of 2, an 8-year veteran of the Hutto Police Department. He was making a traffic stop this morning when authorities tell us the suspect turned the tables on him and ran him down with a car. A nearby construction worker saw the commotion moments later, and a neighbor watched as other law officers rushed in.
The guy with a couple of trying to do CPR, and then a squad unit pulled up, and that's when it went into the cul-de-sac. And within like seconds, I heard what I thought were about 9 gunshots go off.
Basically, this neighborhood is very quiet, very, very quiet. We have no commotions police-wise, nothing like that.
All right, Officer Kelly was rushed to Seton Medical Center in Williamson County, where he died this morning. The family informed of that there. The scene is still being worked. As I said, 2 blocks are roped off, which means there could be a lot of evidence and a lot of witnesses to talk to before they clear this area tonight. In Hutto, David Scott, KXAN News.
David, thank you. The Hutto Police Department is a small and tight-knit agency. Taking a closer look, the Hutto Police Department has 27 employees. 25 are sworn officers, including the chief and command staff. 6 are sergeants, 14 others are officers, including school resource officers. The 3 others are support staff.
Sergeant Kelly's death marks the first death in the line of duty in the history of the Hutto Police Department. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi is live outside of Hutto PD with more on how Sergeant Kelly's colleagues are mourning his death. Chris?
And they are mourning. The flags are at half staff, and Williamson County Sheriff's Office is helping take 911 calls. The city would not say much about the investigation, but they said plenty about their fallen officers. Sergeant Christopher Kelly served his country in the Air Force, served this city as a criminal investigations detective, and served his family, his wife, and his 2 young children under the age of 10. As a detective, he wore plain clothes while on duty, but he was responding to a call this morning and was trying to apprehend a felon when he died, according to the city of Hutto. How it all happened, that investigation's now in the hands of Texas Rangers. The 37-year-old Kelly was Supervisor of the Year in 2013, and City Manager Karen Daly's voice cracked when describing what they'd lost.
He was very well liked. I mean, he was just a top-notch guy. Lit up our lives every day when he came in the office. And we're going to miss that. And right now we really grieve for his family.
And Daly said that her message to other officers on the force would be this: we have lost a family member, it's okay to mourn, and we will take the time to do so. We're live in Hutto tonight. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
And before Sergeant Kelly joined the Hutto Police Department, he served as an officer with the University of Texas Police Force. Department leaders there shared their thoughts about Kelly.
Well, it's always a terrible feeling when anybody is killed tragically like that, but specifically when it's a law enforcement officer killed in the line of duty who is out protecting and serving his community. And with somebody that you know, obviously it strikes home.
It is certainly clear just how much Sergeant Kelly was respected by his police family.
KXAN's Lauren Kravitz is live at Seton Medical Center, Williamson, where officers began their escort of Sergeant Kelly from Round Rock to Austin. Lauren?
Well, it's a much different scene here at this medical center compared to just a few hours ago. All is quiet right now, and it was this afternoon, except police officers filled this area behind me, paying tribute to the fallen officer, Christopher Kelly. With raised hands, officers salute the hearse holding the body of Sergeant Christopher Kelly. A procession of flashing motorcycles leads the way out of Seaton in Round Rock, followed by Officer Kelly himself, considered a hero, with more squads behind. The procession is seen again from our Austonian camera in the middle lane on your screen. Traffic on I-35 came to a stop so dozens of motorcycles could lead the way for Sergeant Kelly's hearse as it traveled south along the interstate through central Austin. Finally, Sergeant Kelly's body arrives at the Travis County Medical Examiner's office in downtown Austin, officers never leaving his side. They end the procession out of their cars, hands raised once again, honoring one of their fallen colleagues. The body of Officer Kelly will remain at the medical examiner's office. A Hutto police officer will be there, also the honor guard. Until further notice, they'll escort him wherever he needs to go. Reporting live in Round Rock, Lauren Kravitz, KXAN News.
Over the past few decades, more than a half dozen officers in our area have died in the line of duty during traffic stops. 2 Austin police officers, as well as officers from Cedar Park and Elgin, were killed several years ago. A Llano County Sheriff's deputy was the most recent to die during a traffic stop. That happened in 2005. 3 DPS troopers have also been killed in Central Texas during traffic stops in recent years.
And you can find much more about this developing story right now on our website. We have stories with more information about how this happened and details about Sergeant Kelly's background. You can find those links on the front page of KXAN.com.